I welcome you to the Messiah Revelation Ministry, which is an end time prophetic ministry. And we connect you to the end times and we give you revelations regarding what the Lord is going to do in the end times. And today I'm dedicating the video to God, the black man, and end time truth. The truth about the end times, the truth about what God is going to do. The end times will be different from what we know. The Lord is going to do things differently. And I'm here to dedicate the message to God and what He's going to do with the black man, the black man, the black woman. And I'm going to talk about the hope that has been lost. The black man has lost hope. If you are in America, there's a saying, the black man is the last to be hired and the first to be fired. Where when there is economic recession, those who bear the brunt of the recession are people of color, and these are black people, the last to be hired, the first to be fired. They complain about slavery and the policies that were instituted even when slavery was abolished. And their counterparts in Africa also are not different. These Africans are hopeless. They are hopeless because they are black people. They are hopeless because they live on a continent that is considered the dark continent. Even though Africa is a rich continent, people call it the dark continent, the continent that has lost hope. And the man and the woman with a dark race, the black man, the black woman, is despised and I would say hated and maltreated all over in Europe, in Asia, in the Arab world, even in Africa, their own country, they are maltreated. And people conclude that it's because black people are cursed. And when Africans say black people are cursed, they also refer to how their leaders also maltreat them. And when you're talking about discrimination, when you're talking about corruption, when you're talking about bureaucratic inefficiencies, all these things happen in Africa. And so the hope that the black man had that independence will give them opportunity to manage their own affair, the hope has been lost. At the time of independence, President Nkrumah said that the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. But you see that things have not gone well. Even after colonialism, there has been neo-colonialism. And the blame is not only on the outsiders, the blame should also fall on the black man himself. And as a result of these conditions, the black man, the black woman has lost hope. And I was listening to conversations, and there are some people who believe that probably Africa would have been better off if independence had not been given to them. Because during the colonial period, um, they could blame it on the white man, but they don't have any cause for blame. And they say that some of the leaders who came to the scene after independence, these leaders are even worse than the colonial masters. All this thinking is also influenced by brainwashing, what I would call colonial mentality. The colonial master instilled negative thoughts in the minds of the black man so that the black man will lose confidence in himself. And this brainwashing also included the preaching of white theology that discourage the black man and let the black man consider himself as inferior because God is white, the white man is white, and the black man is cursed because of his skin. And I'm here to reverse the narrative, and I'm here to comment on God, the black man, and the end time truth. And the truth that I would say is that in the last days, based upon revelation, I state that the prophets of the Most High, the apostles and the pastors and the evangelists, they will be black men, black women. They will include black men, black women who will carry on the mantle to spread the word of the Lord to all the four corners of the earth. And don't be surprised when you see revival made by dark-skinned people, even Negroes, people who are considered downtrodden, the wretched of the earth, those who have lost hope, those who are considered outcasts. They are living at the bottom of societies wherever they are, whether they are in Europe, whether in America, whether in Australia, whether in Saudi Arabia, whether they are living in their own continent in Africa. The light of the world will shine on the black man, and the black man will shine in power and in spirit. And the Lord has decreed that He's going to use the black man in a mighty way. What I'm saying is not based upon research. It is not based upon reading books. It is not based upon conversation. It's based upon revelation. I'm giving you a tip of it. I wouldn't go into details, but I want to let you know this is going to happen. These things I'm saying, they are going to happen, and it is part of how God is going to use the black man in the end times, in the last days. I've already made a video that by revelation, the richest nation in the world in the end times will be a black African nation, and the nation is located in West Africa. When I made this video, a member made a comment that Africa used to be one country and it was divided, it was balkanized by Europeans as a means to divide and rule Africa. And so he thinks that the continent of Africa would be the richest continent in the world in the last days. He has stretched the argument to that point. But I still want to repeat that the revelation I had was that a nation located in West Africa, at a place that used to be part of the slave coast in West Africa, would be the richest nation in the world. So when you see a black nation being the richest nation in the world, you should know that God is not a God of color. He is a God who created human beings in His image and created a black man in His image, created Adam in His image, and the descendants of Adam were created in the image of God. So God is going to use the black man to shame the world. And the shame will come when the richest nation in the world becomes an African nation, when an African nation becomes the richest nation in the world. By revelation, the time will come when people will be flocking to Africa, they will be migrating to Africa, they will be going to Africa to look for survival because they will not be able to survive anywhere except they move to the African continent. So you see a lot of Europeans looking for passports to go and live and work in Africa. That time is coming. Migration patterns will change, and the first will be last, and the last will be first. In case you didn't hear what I said is that God has appointed a time when black prophets and priests will be used. By revelation, I will conclude that the exploits of these dark-skinned men and Negroes, they will be more spectacular than what Elijah did. They will be able to do wonders to uplift God and to proclaim his word. And they will sit on thrones. And they will be prominent in the protocol of the Messiah. What did I say? I said Negroes, black people will be prominent in the protocol of the Messiah. I will not go into details. I will not go into details. But this message is here to uplift someone who is black, who is despised, who is hated, and who is hopeless, and who is awaiting for the consolation coming from the Messiah. The Messiah will show up, and he'll show up in a mighty way. And as it was a black man who shouldered the responsibility of carrying the cross of the Messiah, the black man will also be around to shoulder his responsibility in the last days during the coming of the Messiah, during the judgment that Messiah is going to carry on over nations. The black man will be prominent. And at that time, those who look at the black man and despise him will be ashamed, because the condition of the black man will be different. The Lord has decreed that the black man will be redeemed and he will be esteemed. The Lord has said it, and I am making this prophetic revelation about God, the black man, and the truth about the end time. It is not based upon research. It is not based upon commentaries from the CNN. It is based upon revelations. And this channel, Messiah Revelation Ministry, is there to give you the revelation. And the revelation is that God has not forgotten the black man. The black man will be redeemed and will be used in a mighty way in the last days, and everybody will marvel, everybody will be surprised, and the black man will even be surprised. Hey, is it me, the black man, being used in such a manner by the God who created the universe? Did God know my name as a black man? Did God find me competent? Did God find me trustworthy to use me, to elevate me among all people, among all nations? That's what people will be saying, including the black man who will be elevated in the last days. This is the prophetic message about God, the black man, and the truth that will come in the end times. In the last days, the final trumpet of heaven has sounded, and what I'm saying will show very shortly. Thank you for watching this video. I'm leaving the links in the description box. Subscribe to this channel. We are in the end times, and this platform, this channel, is giving you end time truth. And don't be prejudiced. Have an open mind, because the Lord is going to uplift the dispersed, the rejected and dejected, the black man. Thank you for watching this video.